Welcome to the Essential Oils Podcast, the podcast where we talk not only about essential oils, but natural health in general. And for those interested, how to build a wellness-based business around it. I strongly believe that everyone should have the knowledge to be a health coach in their own home. And when you understand health better, you're more confident, you get less sick, and you rely less on doctors on popping pills. This podcast is dedicated to teaching and empowering others to be healers in their own home. And with the help of my wife, Nini, we hope to take you on a powerful journey of health discovery. Welcome to the show. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday welcome to another weekly episode where my wife, Nini, and I, we do a show together talking about essential oils, how to build a business around it, and also the efficacy of them. I think really for me, it's just been a journey of finding the one that actually works and working with something that's pure and efficacious and has high standards. And I just see the results in my own house. And that's why we're here. And that's why we really feel compelled to do this podcast. For me, though, this week, it's just going to be me. My wife will be taking a break. It'll just be me doing this one. And what I wanted to talk about, I thought it was just really relevant. Here we are. It's July 7th. It's hot as Hades out here. And excuse me, in a lot of places. I'm in Idaho, but coming from California in the past, and I know in a lot of places in the world, it's pretty hot. So I wanted to get into like, what is a good sunscreen, and like what should you be looking for, and if what's the healthiest sunscreen? How do we decipher through all these things? Because I'm going to tell you right now, it matters. And many of you may not think it's just a sunscreen, but a lot of these sunscreens have parabens and phthalates and all these things that are absolutely going to disrupt your hormones. And down the line, that's going to be a matter. You might be thinking, well, why do I have infertility issues? Or why do I have testosterone issues, man? All these things. And you just put all these chemicals, you just lather them in your body. And it's just one extra thing. So let's not do that if we don't have to. And all of us are going to be in the sun, especially during this time. So what are some things we should be looking for, and how do we mitigate those effects? That's what this one's all about. It's going to be a nice and short, sweet one. I want to always announce this, guys, too. With the help of my mentor, we developed a really nice free course. Okay. My mentor, Melody Watts, has over 15 years in functional medicine, and we put together this really cool course. It's called the Continuing Education Course. It's 10 free classes. It covers hormones, skin health, metabolic health, detox, sleep, and so much more. It's completely free. If you want to go on a deep dive on oils and just learn more about how you can be a health coach in your own home, go to www.joelevancoaching.com/teach me. Okay. And you can sign up for the course for free. Once you're done with the course, send me an email, info@joelevancoaching, and I will send you a free gift. Okay. I strongly believe in this course. It's an amazing course. It really dives into so many different levels, and I think it's that valuable. I want to give it to you for free. So please go check that out. All right. Now let's jump in to how we pick a healthy sunscreen, right? And what are the things that we need to be looking for? First of all, I want to say this. I rarely wear sunscreen. Rarely. I believe the sun is our friend. I want to start off with that first and foremost. We know it's essential for life. It's essential for our circadian rhythms. I think people are actually doing a terrible job by not getting enough sun. And I think most people are wearing sunglasses and all these things to block the rays, and it's disrupting their circadian rhythms. It's making their eyesight poor. I wouldn't do any of these things. And so here's the guy talking about sunscreen and promoting sun products. I don't even use them that much. So just understand that very clearly, okay? The sun, we know, is going to help your body produce serotonin. That's going to help increase your mood. Think about all these seasonal affective disorders, right? So you want better mental health? Go out and get the sun. One of the biggest things I tell even my weight loss clients and my health clients is go out in the morning and get tuned into that 24-hour clock. Go for a walk fasted before breakfast. Just take a slow early morning walk and get that sun on your eyes. It's going to retune you into your 24-hour clock. Really, really powerful. It's going to help also the sun, right? It helps with the production of melatonin, like I'm talking about, because it supports those circadian rhythms. And it's going to help you synthesize vitamin D, which is going to help promote calcium absorption, proper calcium absorption. Here's the thing. I get so many clients that are popping calcium pills, and I'm like, you probably don't need to do that. It's not going to do anything for your osteoporosis. The reason you have calcium issues it comes back down to insulin resistance, and your vitamin D and vitamin K2 levels. And if you're not getting that, and I would also say magnesium and vitamin B6 is a cofactor. You need all these things to have healthy bones. And most people are just popping calcium pills thinking that that's going to help. Nope, not going to do anything. So I just released this controversial post on vitamin D the last couple of days. I had Dr. Stephanie Seneff also on the podcast recently, who is an expert in glyphosate. Glyphosate is the toxic molecule known and found in weed killer and Roundup that everybody's using. And they use this pesticide in crops, right? So that the crops don't get so many bugs. But guess what? It's killing us. It's causing leaky gut. It's causing issues with hormones. It's causing vitamin D synthesis issues. I got so much hate in the last couple of days. It was hilarious, and no one wants to admit. They're like, "Well, why can't you just supplement with vitamin D? You have no idea what you're talking about, bro." I'm like, listen. All I'm saying is that I think we have a toxicity epidemic, and instead of over supplementing with vitamin D, let's actually remove the toxicity in the first place. Let's just do that. And then we don't have to over supplement with all these supplements. I think vitamin D is great. If you want some vitamin D, take it. I'm not an anti-vitamin D guy. I'm just saying we probably need less of it. And one of the reasons you're not maybe getting enough is because you have these toxins like glyphosate disrupting the vitamin D synthesis pathway. Also, and that's why we're talking about sunscreen, because all these parabens, phthalates, all these things that are in them, you think that's going to have any issue with your health and disrupting possible synthesis of vitamin D? We know that in the pandemic, people with vitamin D3 levels of 60 to 80 nanomilliliters in their blood, those levels, they were the most immune. They had no cytokine storm reactions. I'm sorry, they had the least amount of cytokine storm. Now, what does the average doctor and the Western doc recommend for you? They recommend that you're above 20. I think it's like 20. It's ridiculous, okay? It's the lowest amount, okay? You probably feel like crap if you're at a 20, but they say, yeah, you're in the range, you're normal. 40 to 60, that's ideal. And 60 to 80, we've seen people, they don't get cancer, and they were very, their immunity was very robust when it came into terms of, like, we're talking about the pandemic right now. So just some things to understand. Vitamin D is our friend. The sun is our friend, guys. If you're going out in the sun, I recommend 20 minutes here and there, and then intermittently. And then if you have to put some sunscreen on, go ahead and do that. So we know, though, the sun can be, it can be too much of a good thing, right? Even I know that. Skin cancer, sunspots, wrinkles, premature aging, loss of skin elasticity. So knowing how to pick a healthy sunscreen is going to be beneficial, right? Again, some people recommend sunglasses. I wouldn't put on sunglasses. I want that light hitting my eyes, and I don't want to be disrupting those rhythms. So I'm not a big fan of that. All right, let's talk sunscreen. Chemical versus mineral. What are we going to do? What's the answer? Let's just talk about it. Chemical sunscreens are designed to absorb UV rays, all right, to protect your skin. While the mineral ones, what they do is they reflect the UV rays to protect your skin. So a little bit different, right? 3 reasons, guys, you want to avoid the chemical sunscreens. Number 1, some of these chemical sunscreen filters, they actually can degrade when exposed to UV rays, generating what? Free radicals. Yeah, you don't want any more of that. So free radicals, these advanced glycation end products, that's like your body like heating up like a barbecue, like that what do they call it? The Maillard, God, I can't think of the Maillard, when you get that nice like the fat of the barbecue, like the Maillard reaction. Well, your skin will do that, okay? And you don't want that. Some activities also in these chemical sunscreens can act as hormone disruptors. Talking about that, I'm going to go into that a little bit more, but great book by Dr. Shauna Swan talking about called Countdown, talking about the infertility epidemic that we are experiencing, IVF for women, men with low T, all these issues. Guess what? We are bombarded by 86,000 man-made chemicals on a yearly basis. Don't believe me? Go to the EPA's website, the Environmental Protection Agency's website, and they will tell you that's what's happening. That's why I really believe in these quarterly detox. That's why I do a lot of just gentle detoxes and take binders on a regular basis, because this is what's happening. And I'm being exposed daily on a daily basis. I don't worry about it. I don't walk in fear. I don't go out of my house and, oh my God, all the chemtrails and everything they're spraying. I don't think about that, but I just do things to mitigate it, right? That's what we got to do. And so there's a lot of hormone disruptors in these chemical sunscreens, the benzenes, the oxybenzenes, right? And the third big reason is they can cause skin allergies. So especially anybody that has used that, you guys know that. So those are the 3 big reasons why you want to avoid chemical sunscreens. And we want to reduce that toxic burden, right? We're constantly feeling in stress. We're constantly feeling in toxins, leaky gut, all these things, stressful relationships, and we're just piling that into our rain barrel, and eventually it overspills. So why add one more thing into your rain barrel when you don't have to, right? Let's mitigate those cuts. Let's reduce that toxic burden in the long run, okay? So what sunscreen filters, absorb into your skin, don't disrupt your hormones, don't cause allergies? Minerals. Mineral sunscreens. Let's talk about some of the benefits that we see in that. They work as a physical barrier, okay? They reflect the UVA and UVB rays, and they don't degrade when exposed to UV rays. So you don't have to worry about that whole free radical cascade going on. The other thing is they're effective immediately. And the third one is they're safe for all skin types. I saw a lot of videos online, certain skin types for dark skin versus light skin versus I'm this ethnicity and this one. Guess what? You don't have to worry. Just put on a mineral sunscreen. Life is good. Pura vida. Okay. So they're safe for all skin types. Here's some of the big ingredients you want to avoid when you're looking at picking a sunscreen, right? Benzene, oxybenzone, sorry, the parabens, the phthalates, the dyes, the nanoparticles. Some of the things I think you should look for in a sunscreen: SPF of 30 plus, right? Why 30 plus? That basically is going to give you a 97% efficacy of blocking the sun. So if you find something in that range, you're pretty good. I think that's good. So look for something that's broad spectrum. Look for something that's water resistant, and then look for things that, are nourishing, right? That are soothing for the skin. They have good ingredients. Now, some of the things that we are looking at in just what we're seeing with doTERRA that they just dropped was a great new line. And I don't care if you buy doTERRA or not, you can buy whatever sunscreen you want that I just listed. I just gave you the parameters I would look for. One is a mineral sunscreen, and then look for probably something broad spectrum, SPF 30. Okay. Those are things you want to look for. And then look at the ingredients. What other things? I always look at too, like all the ingredients in these sunscreens and stuff is like sodium chloride and dioxide and all that. They have all these things. Like, I don't want all of that. I want to see, like, what are some real natural things. Some of the cool things in the doTERRA brand is like frankincense, helichrysum, carrot seed, all these really nourishing oils that are going to help protect your skin and also nourish the skin. Vitamin E, aloe vera, red algae, right? Arnica, turmeric, all these really good things. So those are the things we're looking at. And the things that are put in the doTERRA brand, they just launched recently. So if you're interested, you can actually go and you can go to their website and you can order there, or shoot me a DM and I can help you. I can get you wholesale pricing if you're interested in getting some products. So really, really good stuff. But that's really it, guys. I think that's the big thing. So, mineral versus chemical, we want to know that, and then avoid all these toxic byproducts that are going to cause free radical damage, and get some sun. The sun is good for you, but it's just all in moderation. Everything's in moderation, just like the whole vitamin D post I just recently did. It's all in moderation, guys. Don't get too offended, but we are being bombarded by these toxins, so let's take some less cuts, right? That's my philosophy. Last but not least, guys, have an amazing weekend going. And I hope this week was great for you. If you want to learn more about essential oils and you want to learn more about building a business, shoot me a DM at Joel Levin Coaching, or simply reach out to me and email info@joellevin.coaching. Happy to help. I'm going to go over on Instagram right now and tune in with them. If you want to follow me there, if you're on TikTok or any of the other lives channels that you're watching, come over on Instagram. I'm going to do a quick little live Q&A. Can't wait to see you guys there. I'm out. Have an amazing week.